Hey, this is my Ducane Affinity Grill. It's, I don't know, 3 or 4 years old, and it's really gone to rust. And I'm in the process of rebuilding it. And I went out and bought a welder, a flux core wire welder, and got all set up. And anyway, it turns out to rebuild it, I didn't have to do any welding. And I want to show you the problem, and then I'll show you the fixes that I implemented. These triangular welded on brackets or whatever, if you can see, they're like totally rusted out, all of them on both sides. And so what I did in the back here is I cut a piece of angle iron like this, holding the phone with one hand and videotaping with another. But this piece of angle iron, I cut it, and there's 2 bolts down here, and they slips in right underneath the bolt right there, and the bolt at that end. And so now the heat plates, or whatever you call them, they sit on top of that. And so these are the ones that are going to be replaced. As you can see, they're part of the rebuilding process. They're on their way out. But anyway, they sit on the angle iron instead of on the top right here. Now on this front edge here, what I did, I couldn't put a piece of angle iron on the front. So what I did is there's one I did a while ago, but these are 5/16 inch bolts, and I put one in each hole over here. There we go. I'm holding the camera upside down, but that supports the other edge. So I've got the other heat plates on order. They're going to come in, and you can see that they rest very neatly on a 5/16 inch bolt here and all across the back edge here. So that would provide stability, so that if you get the real cheap ones on Amazon that people complain about, they have to rebend them and they rock. These are supported completely at the back, and they don't wobble at all. They're very stable. But that's what I did. Then to clean the burners, I got a real fine coping saw blade. I don't know if you can see it or not, but I cut the pin off of one end, and I kind of ground the teeth on a bench grinder. I ground the edges of the teeth so that it fits very neatly in these holes. I'm going to try to get a little more mileage out of these burners by cleaning them, and I've had pretty good luck so far cleaning them up, and that's what I'm doing with that. They go in there very neatly, and you can clean them up. Also, I took the knobs off. I spray painted the knobs with Rust-Oleum, and they look almost like new, and just done a lot of cleanup. Your best friend is going to be a wire wheel on a bench grinder to really cut through a lot of the rust and things you want to recover. But I've decided to get the stainless steel ones like this. Menards has some that go right over the center section here. There's a lay-on type of black enamel that kind of cover those up. But I didn't want to use those because they might create a colder spot in the middle if I tried to reuse these. But I've already test fired it up. I've got a real clean, even flame on all burners. And so I hope that helps any of you guys who are looking to get a little more mileage out of your Ducane grill.